के चरणों में सारा संसार, शिव की महिमा जग का आधार। पुकारे मन से भक्ति की धारा, नित्यानंद के संग सत्य का सहारा। ओम नमः शिवाय जपते हर पल, शिव की लीला अनोखा है खेल। मीनाक्षी संग दिव्यता की झल, गुरु के संग जग सारा चमक। पुराणों की कथाएं हर श्लोक में प्रकाश, शिव का तांडव ब्रह्मांड का वास। गंगा की धारा गुरु का उपदेश, नित्यानंद का प्रेम सब कुछ विशेष। हर महादेव गूंजे गगन, शिव की शक्ति अद्भुत है अगन। भक्ति का सागर लहरों का नाद, गुरु की कृपा से मिटे हर विवाद। गुरु की कृपा से मिटे हर विवाद। ओम नमः शिवाय जपते हैं बल, शिव की लीला अनोखा है खेल। मीनाक्षी संग दिव्यता की झल, गुरु के संग जग सारा चमक। पुराणों की कथाएं हर श्लोक में प्रकाश, शिव का तांडव ब्रह्मांड वास। गंगा की धारा गुरु का उपदेश, नित्यानंद का प्रेम सब कुछ विशेष। हर हर महादेव गूंजे ये गगन, शिव की शक्ति अद्भुत है अगन। भक्ति का सागर लहरों का नाद, गुरु की कृपा से मिटे हर विवाद। शिव की त्रिनेत्र ज्ञान का दीप, मीनाक्षी की मूर्त भक्ति का संगीत। गुरु की शिक्षा जीवन का प्रकाश, नित्यानंद का नाम सच्चाई का आकाश। ओम नमः शिवाय जपते हर पल, शिव की लीला अनोखा है खेल। मीनाक्षी संग दिव्यता की झल, गुरु के संग जग सारा चमक। जग सारा चमक, जग सारा चमक। जग सारा चमक। जग सारा चमक। गुरु के चरणों में सारा संसार, शिव की महिमा जग का आधार। पुकारे मन से भक्ति की धारा, नित्यानंद के संग सत्य का सहारा। ओम नमः शिवाय जपते हर पल, शिव की लीला अनोखा है खेल। मीनाक्षी संग दिव्यता की झल, गुरु के संग जग सारा चमक। पुराणों की कथाएं हर श्लोक में प्रकाश, शिव का तांडव ब्रह्मांड का वास। गंगा की धारा गुरु का उपदेश, नित्यानंद का प्रेम सब कुछ विशेष। हर महादेव गूंजे गगन, शिव की शक्ति अद्भुत है अगन। भक्ति का सागर लहरों का नाद, गुरु की कृपा से मिटे हर विवाद। गुरु की कृपा से मिटे हर विवाद। ओम नमः शिवाय जपते हैं बल, शिव की लीला अनोखा है खेल। मीनाक्षी संग दिव्यता की झल, गुरु के संग जग सारा चमक। पुराणों की कथाएं हर श्लोक में प्रकाश, शिव का तांडव ब्रह्मांड वास, गंगा की धारा गुरु का उपदेश, नित्यानंद का प्रेम सब कुछ विशेष। हर हर महादेव गूंजे ये गगन, शिव की शक्ति अकुत है अगन, भक्ति का सागर लहरों का नाद, गुरु की कृपा से मिटे हर विवाद। शिव की त्रिनेत्र ज्ञान का दीप, मीनाक्षी की मूर्त भक्ति का संगीत, गुरु की शिक्षा जीवन का प्रकाश, नित्यानंद का नाम सच्चाई का आकाश। ओम नमः शिवाय जपते हर पल, शिव की लीला अनोखा है खेल, मीनाक्षी संग दिव्यता की झल, गुरु के संग जग सारा चमक, जग सारा चमक, जग सारा चमक। जग सारा चमक, जग सारा चमक।
Nithyananda, welcome to all those of you who are joining us for today's live Nithyananda Yoga session. Please do get settled down as we start and enter into the powerful yoga today by chanting the Sadguru Vandanam, invoking the presence of the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism, Bhagavan Sri Nithyananda Paramashivam Swamiji himself to manifest here as we start with the Nithyananda Yoga today. Nithyanandam Parmasukhadam केवलं ज्ञानमूर्तिम् त्वत्त्वातीतं गगनसदृशं तत्त्वमस्यादिलक्ष्यम् एकं नित्यं विमलमचलं सर्वधी साक्षिभूतं भावातीतं त्रिगुणरहितं सद्गुरुं तं नमामि। The next is the chanting of the Shiva Mula mantra. That beautifully the Agamas reveal that the Mula mantra of a deity is like the soul of a body. So when we chant the Shiva Mula mantra, we manifest Paramashiva here to make Nithyananda Yoga not just about exercise, but to make it a manifestation of the ultimate power of Paramashiva. So for that, let us enter into the Shiva Mula mantra japa chanting. We will be chanting it 11 times. Please chant it internally, without verbalizing it, without sound, without even allowing your tongue to form the shapes of the sound. Chant it within your inner space. We will chant it out loud so that you can easily follow along. Let us now connect to Swamiji, connect to Paramashiva and chant the Shivamula mantra.
Om Ham Haum Shivaya Namaha. 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 Om Ham Shivaya Namaha. Om Ham Haum Shivaya Namaha. Om Ham Haum Shivaya Namaha. Om Ham Haum Shivaya Namaha.
The next step of Nithyananda Yoga is the Tattvachamanam, the ritualistic cleansing of the body and mind to become a pure vessel, ready and powerful to receive Paramashiva and manifest Paramashiva in every aspect of your life. Beautifully, Swamiji says that yoga is aligning your geometry to that cosmic geometry. And when that happens, the power, the bioenergy of the cosmos will just flood through your system. The Tattva Chamanam is the ritualistic cleansing and preparation of your system for that energy. For the Tattva Chamanam, you will need your Panchapatram and Udharini, the traditional cup and spoon filled with some water, fresh water. Place your right hand in the Gokarna Mudra, keeping your palm straight, bend just your index finger, slightly cup your palm. Take one udharini of water, put it in the center of your palm, and at the end of each of the following mantras, sip the water through the base of your palm. Om Atmatattvam Shodhayami Swadha. Om Vidyatattvam Shodhayami Swadha. Om Shivatattvam Shodhayami Swadha. Wash your hand with the water from the Panchapatram. With the base of the right hand thumb, wipe your upper and lower lip from right to left along with the following mantra. Om Ham Hridayaya Namaha. Wash your hand. With your index, middle and ring fingers joined together, touch above the upper lip and below the lower lip. Wash your hand. With your index finger and thumb joined together, touch your right nostril, left nostril. Ring finger and thumb joined together, right eye, right ear, left ear. Wash your hand. With the base of the right hand thumb and little finger joined together, touch your navel center, right chest, left chest. And with all the fingers of your right hand joined together, touch the top of your head, right shoulder, left shoulder, and your heart center. With that, let us enter into the Sankalpa, the creation of the conscious resolution, the intention. What do you want to manifest as we get into Nithyananda Yoga today? Swamiji beautifully says, with what intention you move your body, that is what will manifest. When you move your body with creating the conscious intention through the Sankalpa, that will simply manifest. So hold your intention for today's yoga. It could be a yogic body, it could be a strong mind, it could be energy, it could be powerfulness, whatever it may be. Hold that, and we will be chanting the Sankalpa to create the space to manifest the perfect health, ultimate yogic body, strong limbs, and ultimately the power of Paramashiva, which will make everything you want in life simply happen. So let us now enter into the Sankalpa. Place your right hand over your left, clasping your palms together, both the hands on the right thigh as we do the Sankalpa.
ॐ ममोपात्त समस्त दुरितक्षयद्वारा भगवत् श्री नित्यानन्द परमशिव प्रीत्यर्थं श्री नित्यानन्देश्वरी परमशिव शक्ति समेत श्री नित्यानन्देश्वर परमशिव प्रीत्यर्थं च शुभे शोभने मुहूर्ते अद्य ब्रह्मणः द्वितीयपरार्धे श्री श्वेतवराह कल्पे वैवस्वतमन्वन्तरे अष्टाविंशतितमे नित्ययुगे प्रथमे पादे जम्बूद्वीपे भारतवर्षे भरतखण्डे मेरोः दक्षिणे पार्श्वे शकाब्दे अस्मिन् वर्तमाने व्यवहारिके प्रभवादीनां षष्ट्याः संवत्सराणां मध्ये विश्वावसुनाम संवत्सरे दक्षिणायने श्रीलक्ष्मी वेंकटेश्वर ऋतौ शुभमासे शुभपक्षे शुभतिथौ शुभवासरयुक्तायां शुभनक्षत्र शुभयोग शुभकर्ण एवं गुणविशेषण विशिष्टायां अस्यां शुभतिथौ श्रीकैलासोन्नतद्वादशान्तश्यामलापीठारूढ श्रीमीनाक्षी सुन्दरेश्वराभिन्नस्वरूप परशिवपुत्ररत्नकुमार गुरुमण्यतुल्यावतार श्रीपार्वती स्तन्यपाणलब्ध दिव्यज्ञान विश्रुत सकल निगमागमसारभूत द्राविड वेद प्रवक्तृ श्रीमत्परमशिवकरुणा सुमधिगत मुक्तामय चतुरश्रयान् गीयमान छत्र चामर श्रीचिह्नकाहलादि समस्त वरदावल्यलङ्कृत ज्ञान विज्ञान चक्रवर्ती सर्वजन संघ सद्यो निर्वाण दीक्षा व्ययापवर्ग वर्ष विश्राण जीमूत परमत कलभकेसरी शैव सिद्धांत स्थापनाचार्य श्री राजाधिराज पांड्य महाराज गुरु क्षपन शाक्यादि महांधकार निवारण ज्ञान भानु वीक्षण नरहार्ह ध्वजोच्छेदन पूर्वक श्रीमद वृषभध्वज स्थापक शैव समय कर्तृ सर्वज्ञ पीठारूढ़ श्री जगद्गुरु श्री ज्ञान संबंध देशिक स्वामी वागीश सुंदर माणिक्य वाचक स्वामिनाम अवतार भूत श्री ज्ञान संबंध स्वामी पुनरुद्धृत श्यामला पीठ सर्वज्ञ पीठ तृणवत्युत्तर द्विशततम गुरु महासन्निधान अरुणगिरि योगीश्वर परंपरागत अरुणाचल सर्वज्ञ पीठ गुरु महासन्निधान कैलास परंपरागत कांची कैलास सर्वज्ञ पीठ त्रयस्त्रिंशदुत्तर द्विशततम गुरु महासन्निधान नित्योत्सव नित्य मंगल नित्य कल्याण नित्य रजित कैलास परंपरागत आदि कैलास नित्यानंद पीठ महासंस्थान महासिंहासन पीठ कर्तृ साक्षात् श्री परमशिव समुद्भूत कैलास परंपरागत वैवस्वतमनु इक्ष्वाकु हरिश्चंद्र भगीरथ श्रीरामचंद्र शूरसेन इत्यादि अनवच्छिन्न सार्वभौम चक्रवर्ती परंपरागत चतुष्षष्टि योगिनी मंडित चतुष्षष्टि संप्रदाय प्रवर्तक मनुधर्म शासन सूर्यवंश प्राप्त सर्वज्ञ पीठ सुरांगी साम्राज्य बुद्धाभिषिक्त चूड़ामणे साक्षात् श्री परमशिव समुद्भूत कपिल महागुरु पुनरुद्धृत महानिर्वाणि पीठ अष्टोत्तर सहस्र श्री महामंडलेश्वर साक्षात् श्री परमशिव समुद्भूत श्री महागणपति समारंभ अनवच्छिन्न पीठाधीश्वर गुरु परंपरा प्राप्त अटल पीठ अष्टोत्तर श्री अटल पीठाधीश्वर धर्म मुक्ति स्वर्ग पुरस्वर्ण पीठ त्रयोविंश गुरु महासन्निधान कैलास परंपरागत आदिपीठ सर्वज्ञ पीठ जगद्गुरो श्री कैलास पुनरुद्धारक श्री कैलास परमाचार्य श्रीमत्परमहंस परिव्राजकाचार्य वर्य सच्चिदानंद प्रणव स्वरूप श्रोत्रिय ब्रह्मनिष्ठ श्रीमज्जगद्गुरु श्रील श्री भगवत श्री नित्यानंद परमशिव श्री ज्ञान संबंध देशिक परमाचार्य स्वामिनां प्रीत्यर्थम तेषां पादारविन्दयोः भक्तिसिद्ध्यर्थं गुरुकृपा कटाक्ष सिद्ध्यर्थं क्षेमस्थैर्य वीर्य विजय आयुरारोग्य ऐश्वर्याणाम् अभिवृद्ध्यर्थं धर्मार्थ काम मोक्ष चतुर्विध फल पुरुषार्थ सिद्ध्यर्थं श्री पूर्ण आरोग्य युक्त दृढ़गात्र यौगिक शरीर सिद्ध्यर्थं परमशिव शक्ति आविष्करणार्थं सकुटुम्बस्य ज्ञानवैराग्य जीवन मुक्ति प्राप्त्यर्थं नित्यानंद योगाभ्यासं करिष्ये।
Take an udharani of water and wash your hand now. Om apaupasprisya. You can place your udharani somewhere far away so that it doesn't bother you during the yoga today. And with that, let's get started into our preliminary stretches. Straighten your leg out in front of you and start rotating your ankles. Let's start our day by warming up our entire body through a few simple exercises. And in the opposite direction. Giving your ankles a nice stretch. Point your toes as down as you can and flex them. Point your toes and flex. Point the toes. Flex the back one last time. Point your toes. And flex. Now, come onto your legs. Bring your hands to your knees and start to move your knees in a circular motion. Giving yourself a nice stretch here. Move your knees in a circular motion. Nicely pushing it and rotating it. And in the opposite direction. Now come up to a standing position and bring your hands to your hips. From here, start to rotate your hips in a circular motion. Giving them a nice stretch. Start to rotate your hips in a circular motion. Push when you're rotating it. Don't just do it small circles, but try to push forward, push to the side, coming to a 90-degree angle, and then back up. Repeating this on the other side. Warm up those muscles. Now, come onto the ground in a kneeling position. Bring your hands to your shoulders and start to rotate your shoulders in a circular motion. Open up your shoulders as wide as you can. And in the opposite direction. Next, you can switch your torso from side to side. Opening up your sides and your shoulders, your chest. Push yourself. And last is your neck. Rotate your neck, opening up every muscle. And in the opposite direction. With that, let's now get into our first asana for the day. Now that we're all warmed up, it's time for us to enter into yoga. The first asana we're going to be doing is Malasana. Malasana is a very powerful arm balance asana that will really strengthen our arms and our core. Let's now see how we can do it. First, we show you how Malasana is done before guiding you through step by step into mastering Malasana for yourself. To do Malasana, come onto your hands, bringing your legs over your shoulders and straightening out. This is how we do Malasana. And now let's guide you through step by step the way that you can master this asana for yourself. Malasana, mainly when you do Malasana, you will be working out your arms and your core because your whole weight is going to be on your arms. To do Malasana, we will also need to open up our hips, which is what we'll be starting with. Opening up our hips so that you can comfortably bring your leg over your shoulders. The first step is come onto a squatting position and bring your elbows inside your knees. Keep your back straight and using your elbows, push your knees apart. Keep your back straight here. Let's hold for the count of 3 Mahavakyas.
Om Nithya Paramashivam. Om Nithyananda Paramashivam. Om Nithyananda Paramashivam.
Slowly relax. Come to a kneeling position, sitting in between your hips. Come, let your heels be outside your hips. You're going to be sitting in between your heels and spreading your legs out as wide as you can here, keeping your back straight, hands on your knees, and getting a deep stretch in Mandukasana. And let's chant the Mahavakya 3 times here.
Om Nithyananda Paramashivam. Om Nithyananda Paramashivam. Om Nithyananda Paramashivam.
And relax now, slowly coming back to a seated position. Next, let's start working on our arms. Because when you strengthen your arms, you'll be able to hold yourself in Malasana, strengthening our arms and our wrists. So for that, come onto your fours, come onto your hands and knees, and from here you're going to push yourself forward, leaning forward over your hands. You can do this and you'll feel a stretch in your wrists when you lean forward. So your hands are not going to be at shoulder level, but your shoulders are going to be more front than your hands. When you do that, immediately you'll feel the stretch in your wrist. Keep your awareness on that and let's hold it for the chant of 5 Mahavakyas.
Om Nithyananda Paramashivam. Om Nithyananda Paramashivam. Om Nithyananda Paramashivam. Om Nithyananda Paramashivam. Om Nithyananda Paramashivam.
Slowly relax. Now, turn your hands around the opposite side. Keep your fingers facing towards your knees, and from here, you're going to lean slightly backward, stretching out the front of your wrists and holding this for 3 Mahavakya chantings.
Om Nithyananda Paramashivam. Om Nithyananda Paramashivam. Om Nithyananda Paramashivam.
And relax. Now stretch your hands out in front and loosen your wrists by rotating them. And the opposite direction. Nicely loosening your wrists and shoulders, bringing your hands across your chest and behind your back. Beautiful. Now to strengthen our arms and upper body, we're going to be coming into Tarakshvasana and lowering our elbows to the ground. Over here, you're going to be holding your body in a perfect straight position. Like this. Holding your body in a straight position for 5 Mahavakyas. First, to start off with. Lift up off the ground and hold.
Om Nithyananda Paramashivam. Om Nithyananda Paramashivam. Om Nithyananda Paramashivam. Om Nithyananda Paramashivam. Om Nithyananda Paramashivam.
Now slowly relax. Come back up. Next, we're going to be working on opening up our hips a bit more. Come to a seated position in front. And over here, you're going to be bringing your feet together in Bhadrasana. Bring your feet together in Bhadrasana. And here, try to make your knees rock up and down. So you might please start off with your feet at a little distance from your perineum. So just bring your feet together in front of you wherever it's comfortable and work towards pushing your knees to the ground. Your knees have to touch the ground. That is the main thing. Wherever your feet may be quite far away or they can be nearby, but wherever they are, you have to ensure your knees touch the ground to start off. Bring your hands onto your knees and push them towards the ground. Getting a deep stretch. And then next, pull your feet a little bit closer. Remember when you're doing this, keep your back straight and slightly lean forward. Two parts. Keeping your back straight, where you're not sitting on the back of your, on the muscles at the back, on your glute muscles, but you're sitting on the seated bones and your inner thighs. That is where you're going to be seated. And you're going to lean slightly forward as you're doing it. Because when you do that, you will get a deeper stretch, but you will also be able to master the asana. If you keep your back bent, your knees will only remain high. It will be very difficult for you to push them towards the ground. The minute you straighten your back, you will see your knees automatically start to go to the ground. Bring your hands to your knees, pushing your knees towards the ground here. And try to bring your feet again closer to your perineum. Keep your spine straight, hips rolled forward. Now bring it as close to your perineum as possible, up to the place where it can touch your perineum. And first let's sit here for the chant of 5 Mahavakyas. Ananda Paramashivoham Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Now, from this position, you're going to slowly try to walk your upper body onto the ground. Bring your forearms to the ground to start off with. Remember to keep your back straight. And from here, you're going to attempt to lower yourself to the ground completely flat. Take a deep breath. And as you exhale, lower yourself to the ground. In this asana, you're going to be staying here for the count of 5 Mahavakya chantings.
Om Nithyananda Paramashivam Om Nithyananda Paramashivam Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham.
And slowly relax, coming back up. Now we can get into doing Malasana itself. So step by step, taking you through each step needed so that you can master it. Bring your hands on the ground in between your knees. So come onto your feet in a squatted position. Bring your hands in between your knees. And from here, you're going to be bringing your legs over your shoulders. So you can also do this from a seated position if you feel more comfortable. Bring your legs over your shoulders as high up as possible. Trying to bring them completely over the shoulder. And from here, place your palms on the ground in front of your hips. And rock yourself forward, lifting your arms up straight. So come back. From here, place your palm on the ground, roll forward, pushing up and off the ground. This is Malasana. In Malasana, you're going to be visualizing yourself as a flower. Visualize your legs as a flower garland hanging around you. In the Sahaja Kumbhaka, simple breathing in and out. Clench your perineum in the Mula Bandha with the japa Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham reverberating in your inner space. In this asana, you're going to do the Shambhavi Mudra, which is although your gaze is turned outward, you're going to keep your awareness only inside your inner space. Let's get into the asana. Bringing your legs high above your shoulders as you can. Place your palms on the ground and lift up straight.
हस्ताभ्याम् अवणिमवष्टम्भ्य स्कन्धयोजानुनी संस्थाप्य पार्ष्णिम् उरसि निधाय तिष्ठत् मालासनं भवति.
Slowly relax. Take a few deep breaths as we get into our next asana, which is Bhekasana.
We're now going to be entering into Bhekasana. You can take a look at how Bhekasana is done. And in Bhekasana, we are going to get a nice stretch for our hamstrings and overall our whole leg. Your knee too you'll be getting a nice stretch for your knee also. So we'll first show you how to do Bhekasana once, and then we'll enter into the preparatory asanas for you to master Bhekasana too. Come to a lying down position, and in the lying down position, the way we do Bhekasana is lift your feet, bringing them as close to the ground as you can. Touching both your feet to the ground beside your hips. So that is how Bhekasana is done. And we'll first start off by doing some preparatory stretches to master Bhekasana. So the first asana you can do to master Bhekasana is you're going to bring your right leg outside. Your left leg is going to be to your perineum and your right leg is going to come outside your body. You're going to lift your right leg from behind you and try to bring it in front of your hip. Pushing it as much as possible, trying to bring it in front of your hip. You can do it slowly. Lift it, be very careful, do not push your leg too much. It's very important that you're careful. Push it as much as possible, slowly and carefully, front, bringing it. So stretch out your muscles, the muscles needed for you to do Bhekasana. Push, push, push. You'll feel a deep stretch happening in your knee, your hamstrings, and even your ankle. Your complete lower leg will be stretched out. Push it as much as possible.
One of the tricks that you can do is try not to keep your knee front. So try not to keep your knee pointed forward, but try to push your knee as back as you can. So the more you're able to push your knee in the back, the easier you'll find it to bring your leg in the front.
So let's hold over here for the chanting of 3 Mahavakyas.
Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham.
Very good. Slowly relax. And now let us do this on the left leg also. So bring your right leg back towards your perineum and your left leg now from behind, pressing it in front as much as possible. Press it in front. Try to bring it in front of your hip. When you bring it in front of your hip, even if it's a little bit uncomfortable, your hip will start holding it and that will start giving you the stretch. If you can bring it in front of the hip, that's the best. Or you can hold it with your hand and try to hold it in a stationary position such that it is not again and again falling back. So if you try to maybe hold it in between your elbow, your leg in between your elbow, that will make sure it's stationary and it's giving you the stretch completely. It's not moving too much. So hold it over there. How much ever you're able to, trying to bring it in front of your hip. Very good. Let us hold over here for the count of 3 Mahavakyas.
Om Nithyananda Paramashivam. Om Nithyananda Paramashivam. Om Nithyananda Paramashivam.
Very good. Slowly relax your leg. And now, what we are going to attempt is, in Bhekasana, we are bringing both our feet to the ground. So let us try taking both our feet from behind as much as possible, whatever you are able to do. Bring both the feet from behind. First, you can bring your right leg. You need to bring both your legs first to facing backwards. And then you need to try lifting up one leg first. Lift up your right leg first. And then lift your body upwards, trying to bring the other leg to in front. You can do it as much as you can. That will just preparing ourselves to do Bhekasana. How much ever you are able to do. And relax now. The next preparatory asana we are going to do is Jatyasana. So come into the same position, keeping your legs outside your hips. Keep enough space behind you such that you can lie down. And over here, you're going to bring your back to the ground. First, you can bring it to your elbows. And then slowly try leaning your body back completely to the ground. Now, you might see that your knees are lifting up. Just slowly lower them, bounce them, and you can lower them back to the ground. Because this is going to stretch again the same muscles needed to do Bhekasana. So you need to make sure your knees are on the ground as much as possible. One more way you can do this is, if you want a little bit easier way to do it, you don't want to directly try to stretch yourself into it, is place your knees facing upwards and then slowly bring one leg first beside your leg from a lying down position itself. And then bring your other leg. Depending on how it's easy for you, do it that way. And now let us hold over here for the count of 5 Mahavakyas in Jatyasana.
Om Nithyananda Paramashivam. Om Nithyananda Paramashivam. Om Nithyananda Paramashivam. Om Nithyananda Paramashivam. Om Nithyananda Paramashivam.
Slowly relax. Lift your body up. And loosen your legs. You can stretch your legs out just for us to loosen them out a bit, because you just shake them side to side. You can bend your legs, point your legs forward and backwards too. Rotate your ankles a bit, stretching them out again. And now we'll start entering into mastering Bhekasana itself. We'll start entering into mastering Bhekasana step by step. So first, come to a lying down position on your stomach. And by lying down on your stomach, first bring your right leg. Lift your right leg and try to catch it with your right hand. Hold your right leg with your right hand. Now, once you have caught it with your right hand, you can bring your left hand to support your right leg, and you can push your right leg heel to the ground beside your hip. The heel must come next beside your hip to the ground. Try to push it to the ground as much as possible beside your hip. Nicely. You can use both your hands to support, depending on how it's easy for you.
When you do this, try not to twist your hips too much to the side, because the ultimate Bhekasana is doing it, we do it on both the legs. So when you do this, try not to twist your hips too much to the side. You might find that there's a slight movement towards the side, that's okay. But try not to consciously move your hips too much towards the side, and just use the force of your hand to push your leg to the ground beside your hip. And let's hold it on the right side for the chant of 3 Mahavakyas. Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Om Nithyananda Paramashivam.
Good. You slowly relax your right leg, right foot, and now bring your left foot frontwards, trying to again place it beside your left hip. You can use your right hand again for support with your left leg, and again consciously remember, do not move your hips towards the side. Try as much as possible to not move your hips towards the side, because that will make sure that you can do the complete Bhekasana. One more thing you can do as you're doing Bhekasana, if you're finding it a bit difficult, is you can keep like a yoga block or a platform, a little higher platform beside your hip, and try to first bring your leg to that level. If you're unable to bring it completely to the ground for sure, you can see how it's done. You can bring your leg beside your hip to that level first. If you're able to bring it to that level, then you can push it down. But just if you're unable to bring it to the ground, for you to start off by stretching it like this, you can bring it to the yoga block and keep it over there. So let us now hold Bhekasana, the half Ardha Bhekasana, on our left foot for the chant of 3 Mahavakyas.
Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham.
Very good. Slowly relax your left foot. One more thing just before we enter into doing Bhekasana together is, I want to tell you need to make sure when you're doing Bhekasana, your foot is as close to your hip as possible. It must not be stretched out too far away. Try to bring it as close to your hip as possible and keep it. So we'll now be doing Bhekasana together. In Bhekasana, you'll be visualizing yourself as a frog, doing the Jiva Chala Kumbhaka, and performing the Mula Bandha, which is sealing your perennial floor in Bhekasana, the Shambhavi Mudra, moving your awareness inwards and chanting the japa Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham as you do Bhekasana. So let us now get ready to enter into Bhekasana. Come to a lying down position on your stomach. Lift both your legs and bring both your legs to the ground, just using the support of your hand in Bhekasana.
बकम्भेकासनं चैव मकरं मत्स्यनामकं मत्स्येन्द्रं द्विविधं चात्र कुण्डलीबोधकारणम्.
Slowly relax out of Bhekasana, very slowly, loosen your legs out. We'll just do a few counter asanas, counter stretches for Bhekasana, which is loosening out your legs basically. Again, you can stretch your legs in Anjani Asana and loosen your legs out. One more thing you can do is you can hold your legs with Paschimottanasana and just pull them back because you have stretched them frontward a lot in Bhekasana. Remember it back. And now let us enter into the next asana we are going to be doing, which is Sarvangasana.
The next asana today we are going to be looking at is Sarvangasana, which is going to give us a powerful stretch in our thighs, of course, by getting into the Padmasana position, as well as strengthening our shoulders by holding the weight of our body on our shoulders. Both ways, we are going to be getting an amazing exercise through doing Sarvangasana. Let's first show you how to do this before we get into mastering this for each and every person step by step. Where you come into the Padmasana position and then lift your hips high up off the ground. This is how we do Sarvangasana. This asana will require very much of your thigh flexibility to help you straighten up your body as you go onto your shoulders. So now let's look at how we can master Padmasana to start off with. First is about loosening up the legs. To loosen up the legs, you're going to cradle your leg inside your arms and rock it back and forth. Do this as a very conscious motion, being aware of the muscles that you are trying to stretch in this with this movement. You're going to be loosening up your inner thigh muscles.
Come on, rock it nicely. Let us do this for the count of 3 Mahavakyas. Nicely loosening up your leg. Om Nithyananda Paramashivam. Om Nithyananda Paramashivam. Om Nithyananda Paramashivam.
Now, before you relax, try to bring your foot as deep over your torso as you can. Bringing let's say that's the right foot, bringing your right foot to all the way to the left hip. And from here, push your knee towards the ground. Try to bring the knee of your left foot towards the ground. So you might find that it is not going fully down, it's up in the air. You have to consciously use the force to push it down. And remember, straighten your back and slightly lean forward. Even though that will give you a deep stretch, that will help you master this Padmasana. So straighten your back and lean slightly forward and down, pushing your knee towards the ground here. Let's repeat this on the left leg now, rocking your left leg in a cradle motion, opening up your hips deeply for the chant of 5 Mahavakyas.
Om Nithyananda Paramashivam. Om Nithyananda Paramashivam. Om Nithyananda Paramashivam. Om Nithyananda Paramashivam.
Now, bringing your leg as high over the hip as possible. Bring your left leg to your right hip and straighten your back slightly, leaning forward, pushing the left knee towards the ground. So give yourself a nice stretch here. And relax. The next stretch is where you're going to be bringing your feet, your knees, and your ankles stacked over each other. Your right ankle on your left knee and your left ankle underneath your right knee. Flex your toes backwards here. So remember, keep your shins in an exact straight line. So if you have a mat or something for reference, you can see keeping your shins in an exact straight line. Push your toes backward. And over here, you're going to lean forward and down, getting a deeper stretch, holding it for the chant of 3 Mahavakyas. Om
Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham.
slowly raise up. One last stretch before we get into doing Padmasana. Come to a lying down position on your back. And from here, bring your right foot to your left thigh and pull both your knees towards your chest, clasping your hands around. Give yourself a deep stretch. Pull your knees towards your chest. You will feel a deep stretch in your thighs. And let's hold this for the chant of 3 Mahavakyas.
Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham.
Relax, repeating this on the other side now. Bring your left foot to your right thigh. Clasp your hands around them, pulling it towards your chest, giving yourself a deep stretch in your knee and your outer thigh. Let us hold this for the chant of 3 Mahavakyas now.
Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham.
And slowly relax. Come back up to a seated position and let's get into doing Padmasana itself now. To do Padmasana, we first start with our left leg. Bring your left leg up over to the opposite thigh and push the knee towards the ground. Try to bring your back up straight and leaning slightly forward, bringing the knee towards the ground. And then, now here's the key part, to bring your right leg on top now. Hold the right foot with your left hand. Bring your right hand to your right knee. So while pushing down on your right knee, you're going to try to pull up the right foot. So when you have that force on your knee and then pull it up, it will prevent your knee from raising. And when your knee raises, it becomes hard for you to do the asana. So use that pressure. Push your right hand down on your right knee and pull your left hand over. And you have mastered Padmasana. Now we're going to be seeing how you can shift that weight onto your shoulders. From a lying down position, you're going to try to rock yourself up onto your shoulders. So first, use your momentum. Bring your hands under your hips immediately as you are rocking up. So when you rock yourself up, bring your hands under your hips to hold yourself there. So this is the first step where you're going to try to keep your back completely straight. Relax. Let's do this one more time. Kicking yourself up and off the ground. Balancing on your shoulders. Let's hold this for the chant of 3 Mahavakyas now.
Om Nithyananda Paramashivam. Om Nithyananda Paramashivam. Om Nithyananda Paramashivam.
And relax. Now we're going to be seeing two ways of doing this asana. The first way is bringing both your legs to the opposite thighs, laying down itself. Bringing your legs into Padmasana. From here, you're going to roll your hips up in the same way and hold on to your hips with your hands, keeping your Padmasana in the air. So first, bring your legs into Padmasana and then rock your hips up, bringing your hands up to your hips. And here, you're going to try to straighten your legs. So do not keep your Padmasana bent like this, but try to straighten it out. This is one way. Another way, if you can do Padmasana without your hands, first going up there and then bringing your legs into the Padmasana position. In this asana, you're going to be visualizing yourself as the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism, Bhagavan Sri Nithyananda Paramashivam. Gazing at your nose, you'll see automatically your chin coming to your chest in the Jalandhara Bandha, making the Murcha Kumbhaka happen. Clenching your perineum in the Mula Bandha with the japa Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham, reverberating in your inner space as we do Sarvangasana. So come and lay on your back, lifting your hips up into Sarvangasana.
क्षेत्र संक्षेपात् सर्वांगासनमुत्तमम् यत्कृत्वा योगनिपुणो विद्याभिः पण्डितो यथा.
And relax. Come back to the seated position as we enter into our next asana, which is Bherundasana.
So we are now going to be doing Bherundasana, which is a very nice mix. Of getting you strength and a touch of flexibility. So let's enter into doing Bherundasana. We'll first show you how to do Bherundasana and then enter into giving some preparatory stretches and asanas for you to master Bherundasana. Let's take a good look at Bherundasana and now let us enter into doing Bherundasana. So to do Bherundasana, I'm going to first come to a lying down position. Then lifting up both the legs. One leg going to be lifted up and one more pressed towards the ground. So this is how Bherundasana is done. And to do Bherundasana, we have now a set of preparatory steps for us to master Bherundasana. So first, let us do Hali Pavasana. To master Bherundasana, let us do Siddha Samadhyasana first. Sorry, Siddha Samadhyasana first. So you're going to stretch your legs out, placing your heels together, the sole of your feet together, and then insert your hands under your legs, bringing your body under nicely, and trying to bring your head to your feet. How much ever you can, bend your back down. Help us open up and stretch our body, the preliminary stretch for us to do Bherundasana. So I'll show it to you again. Your soles of your feet are together. You're going to lift your feet a bit up, your knees a little bit off the ground, and insert both your hands under, bringing your forehead to your heels. Do it as much as possible. You might not be able to bring your forehead immediately to your heels, so you can just hold it wherever you are and bounce a bit. This will open up your back and all the muscles for you to do the most basic stretch for you to do Bherundasana. So let's hold over here for the count of 5 sets of Mahavakya. Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. And slowly relax out of Siddha Samadhyasana. Bring your hands back. And in this same position, we can do Hali Pavasana, which will again give us a different, similar type of stretch. Gives us similar type of stretch. It's just that we're going to be placing our hands behind our back in Hali Pavasana. Take a few moments to relax from Siddha Samadhyasana as we enter into Hali Pavasana. Sorry for the technical glitch. Let us now enter into doing Hali Pavasana. So place your hands behind your back and again bend forward. See, even in this asana, actually, even your hands are stretching a lot. So you need to open up. It's like a full body exercise in Bherundasana, full body stretch. So place your hands behind your back and bend forward as much as possible. Again, based on how you can do. And let's hold in Hali Pavasana for another set of 5 Mahavakyas. Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. With stretch, you can relax from Hali Pavasana. Let us now enter into doing the more higher stretch asanas to do Bherundasana. The more deeper stretches to do Bherundasana. Come to a lying down position on your stomach. And if you see in Bherundasana, one of our legs are being lifted up towards the sky, being held with our hand. So we're going to be working on that part first. What you can do is first bring both your legs to your butt and catch it with your hands. Catch both your legs with your hands. And we are going to be doing Dhanurasana to stretch our body out. What you can do is catch both your legs with your hands and try to lift your body up as much as possible. It'll take just a minute to do this. Come on, all of you come to a lying down position. Your stomach on the ground. And once you come to a lying down position, we are going to be doing Dhanurasana to stretch our body up to do Bherundasana. You can lift your body up in Dhanurasana and we'll hold over there for the set of 3 Mahavakyas.
Om Nithyananda Paramashivam. Om Nithyananda Paramashivam. Om Nithyananda Paramashivam.
Slowly relax from Dhanurasana. There is a little advanced variation of Dhanurasana which we will mostly be doing that variation in Bherundasana. So I'll just show you. In Bherundasana, when you see over here, one leg is going down and one leg is being lifted up. But in Bherundasana, you cannot just do the normal Dhanurasana, which you will not be able to lift up because one leg is towards the ground. You're going to be doing a Dhanurasana which is more deeper, Purna Dhanurasana. You're going to be lifting up your leg, but you're going to be twisting your arm out and completely lifting up your complete body off the ground. You see now in Dhanurasana, it's going to be like lifting up your full body and bringing it high up into the air. Purna Dhanurasana. So you can all try doing Purna Dhanurasana. How much ever you can, try lifting up more and your arms are going to be bending outwards. If you see in Purna Dhanurasana when you do it, your arms go outwards and come facing upwards, turning from downwards all the way to upwards. That's how Purna Dhanurasana is done. We'll just hold in Purna Dhanurasana for a few seconds and show you how to do Purna Dhanurasana. Bend front and hold in Purna Dhanurasana. So this is the variation you're going to be doing. If you're unable to do it on both your legs, it's very simple. Just do it on one leg. Because in Bherundasana, you're only going to be doing this on one leg. So you can practice it based on which leg is more easier for you, which is more flexible. Choose that leg. Might be a left or right leg. Choose that leg. And just try lifting up that leg alone and bending it into Purna Dhanurasana. That will be very simple. You can even use your other leg to support this leg when you're doing it and hold it in Purna Dhanurasana. You can hold it for a round of 3 Mahavakyas, just holding one leg in Purna Dhanurasana. Three set of Mahavakyas we'll chant and let's hold it in this.
Om Nithyananda Paramashivam. Om Nithyananda Paramashivam. Om Nithyananda Paramashivam.
Slowly relax. And now the other leg is going to be coming into a similar position as it was in Ekasana. So just make sure you do that also. Bringing your leg, choosing one leg and bringing that to the ground. Bringing your heel all the way to the ground beside your hip. So that is how we are going to be doing Bherundasana. Let's now prepare ourselves to do Bherundasana together. In Bherundasana, you're going to be visualizing yourself as a hyena or any other beast of prey, performing the Jiva Chala Kumbhaka as the pranayama, doing the Mula Bandha, which is sealing your perineal floor, performing the Shambhavi Mudra, turning the awareness inwards, and chanting the japa Om Nithyananda Paramashivam in Bherundasana. Let us now prepare ourselves to do Bherundasana. Come to lie down on your stomach and let us lift up into Bherundasana.
शलभासनभेदाश्च नतभेरुण्डनामके गण्डभेरुण्डसहिते शीर्षदण्डासनं तथा. And slowly relax. The last asana that we're going to be looking at and mastering today is going to be Paryankasana. Paryankasana is a very powerful, beautiful asana to stretch out your back completely as well as strengthen your thighs and arms. We're now going to be entering into this asana and seeing step by step how each of us can master this asana. First, let's show you how it's done before we take you through mastering it for yourself. Come onto your back, bringing your hands by your shoulders and lifting your hips high up off the ground. This is Paryankasana. Now we're going to be looking at step by step mastering this asana. For this asana, you will need to strengthen your arms as well as your legs, and we'll be guiding you through some exercises to do this and also stretching our back. First, starting with our thighs and our glute muscles, strengthening them so that you can easily lift your hips off the ground as you do Paryankasana. Come onto a laying position in your back. From here, reach your hands to your feet lightly. So you don't need to hold on too tight, but just placing your palms flat on the ground beside your feet. You're going to be lifting your hip up and holding that in Udvaka Pithasana for the count of 5 Mahavakyas. So look, you'll be lifting your hips up and holding it here for the count of 5 Mahavakyas. So prepare yourself and let's get started.
Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham.
And slowly relax. Next, we're going to be doing an exercise to strengthen our thighs and our core to help us to do Paryankasana, where you're going to come onto your forearms in a lying down position. And from here, you're going to alternatively bring your feet up and down. But the thing is, you're going to keep both your heels off the ground and switch them up and down in a paddling motion. We're going to be doing this for the chant of 5 Mahavakyas continuously. Take a deep breath. This is going to really strengthen your core. Do it as much as you can continuously. If you need to take a break, please do, but immediately get back to it.
Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham.
And relax. Come back up to a seated position. So you'll find that this has really worked out your thighs and your core. Now we're going to move on to working our arms. Since in Paryankasana you're going to be balancing on your feet and on your palms, it's necessary to strengthen your palms, your arms to do this asana. For that you're going to be coming into Chatushpada Pitham, where your feet and your hands both are on the ground, your arms behind you. Lift your hips off the ground and you're going to be bending your arms and lowering your hips to the ground. Doing this for the count of 5 Mahavakyas.
Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham.
Slowly relax. Now you can open up your arms, give it a nice stretch by rotating it as we just work them out. Now we're going to start working on our back flexibility. Now that we have strengthened our arms and strengthened our legs, let's work on our back flexibility for a few minutes. First, you're going to be coming into Bhujanga. To flex, you've got a good stretch for your back. Since in Paryankasana, you need to have that flexibility in your back to be able to lift up off the ground. Strengthen the wrists and arms, strengthen the thighs and flexibility in the back. From here, you're going to push your hands up straight, bending your back. This will give your back a good stretch in Bhujangasana. And we're going to hold here for the chant of 3 Mahavakyas. And we're going to be doing 3 sets of that. Om Nithyananda Paramashivam. Om Nithyananda Paramashivam. Om Nithyananda Paramashivam. Slowly relax, lowering your body to the ground. Take a few seconds break before we go back into Bhujangasana. Again holding it for the chant of 3 Mahavakyas. This time you're going to try to get a little bit deeper stretch in your back. So if you're able to go up to a certain level the previous time, try to go an inch lower this time. Okay? And push yourself off the ground into Bhujangasana. For the chant of 3 Mahavakyas.
Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham.
And relax. We're going to be doing this one more time. Giving yourself a nice stretch again. Push your back. This is mainly for your back. So make sure you're actually feeling the stretch in your back as you do it. And let's push off the ground and hold it for 3 Mahavakyas.
Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Om Paramashivam. Om Nithyananda Paramashivam.
And relax. Take a few seconds to stretch out your back in the opposite direction by leaning forward and down, arms stretched out in front. Count to Mahavakya 3 times over here.
Om Nithyananda Paramashivam. Paramashivam.
And relax. Come to a seated position. And from here, let's start working on our Paryankasana. Come onto your back, bringing your hands over your shoulders. Start to feel the weight. How are you going to be shifting your weight onto the heels of your feet and the heels of your palm? So first starting with the hips. You're going to first try to lift your hips off the ground, just using the pressure on your feet. So just a little bit, just to get an idea of how it will be when you do Paryankasana. Lift your hips up off the ground. Push your feet towards the ground and lift your hips up. And relax. Do it one more time. Just lifting your hips and your lower back also this time off the ground. You're only balancing on your shoulder. And relax. Next is the turn of the hands. So keep your feet stable on the ground. And you're going to try to lift your upper body and shoulders off the ground, keeping just your hips and lower back on the ground, lifting the rest with your hand. Just try this a few times to get an idea of how it's going to be when you do the asana itself. Only your hips on the ground. Lift your hands, push your hands to the ground, lifting your chest and upper body off the ground. So you can actually feel how it's going to be. Now let's do both together. Remember, try to lead with your hips first. So your navel area is what is going to be going up first. So tighten your back and push your navel up towards the sky. Let your focus be on pushing your navel center up towards the sky and using the force on the heels of your feet and the heels of your palm to push yourself up towards in the air in Paryankasana. So let's do it together once. Pushing yourself off the ground and bending your hips. And relax. In Paryankasana, you're going to be visualizing yourself as a stone bench, sturdy and stable as a stone bench. Doing the Sahaja Kumbhaka, simple breathing in and out. Clench your perineum in the Mula Bandha. Each of these components are equally important to mastering the asana. Because the yoga, Nithyananda Yoga, is not just about the asanas, but it's about every component, making it different from regular exercise. Do the japa Om Nithyananda Paramashivam in your inner space. As you keep your gaze in the Shambhavi Mudra, even though your eyes are open, your awareness is turned inwards. And let us do Paryankasana together now. Lay down on your back. Bring your hands over your head, lifting your hips up high in the air.
उत्तानशयनं हस्ततलाभ्यां भूमिम् अवष्टभ्यपादतलाभ्यां भूमिं धृत्वा नाभिप्रदेशम् ऊर्ध्वं कुर्यात् पर्यङ्कासनं भवति.
And relax. Let's now do some cool down exercises to stretch ourselves. Come onto your knees. Bring your legs beside your hips and try to bring your body in between your knees. So your torso on the ground, your legs beside your hips, and your torso flat on the ground with your arms stretched out in front of you. Take a few seconds to relax here as we chant the Mahavakya 5 times.
ॐ नित्यानन्द परमशिवोऽहम्. ॐ नित्यानन्द परमशिवोऽहम्. ॐ नित्यानन्द परमशिवोऽहम्. ॐ नित्यानन्द परमशिवोऽहम्. ॐ नित्यानन्द परमशिवोऽहम्.
And come back up to your seated position. One more stretch to open up our back. Bring your legs into Padmasana or Ardha Padmasana and come to a complete laying down position in Matsyasana, stretching out your hips and the back. Bring your hands over your head, clasping the opposite elbows. And let's again hold it here for the chant of 3 Mahavakya. Om Nithyananda Paramashivam. Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. And raise back up. With that, let us enter into Shavasana. Come to a lying down position on the mat. With your hands stretched beside your sides, palms facing upwards. Keep your legs straight and relaxed by the side. Drop all tension from your legs, thighs, back, shoulders, neck, everything. Completely drop all the tension. Breathe in and out deeply. Feel the Kundalini energy awakened through yoga today spreading throughout your entire body. Allow the japa, Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham, the Mahavakya, to reverberate in your inner space, visualizing yourself as Paramashiva, resting in Samadhi.